I'm going to challenge you to ask the question, why? Why is this being censored? Why is it that I have to wear a mask into the restaurant, but then I can take it off when I'm sitting at the table? And then when you eat something, you lift up the face mask, and what the virus says, oh, wait a second, they're eating, when they're eating, we don't touch them, but then when they stop and put the mask on, then we can start our assault again? I mean, as much as I'd like to think that this is a highly sophisticated virus that knows, okay, I can't go into churches because churches are protected, but I am going to go into businesses or a business meeting because, I can go in and do all the damage I want, but I'm not going to go into a liquor store, and that person can go into the liquor store. I can go into it, the virus is going to go into the church and cause mayhem. That's why people can't congregate, but in the liquor store, the virus is, totally a non-issue. Why is it that the virus is an issue for me to get on the plane, but then when I'm there, I can take it off or I can lift it up and drink water? Why is it that I have to maintain social distancing 6 feet apart when I'm boarding the plane, but then I'm sitting right next to the person, like not even 6 inches away? Does that make any sense for the next 4 freaking hours? So there's absurdity on top of absurdity on top of absurdity. So how long are you going to allow idiocy to continue? And when somebody tells you to wear a face mask, you need to tell them to back the hell up. If you're stupid enough to wear a face mask, then you wear a face mask. But I am not going to partake in your idiocy. Just because you're stupid, that doesn't make it an obligation on my part to follow in your stupidity and hurt myself. Remember this: if you wear a face mask, you are restricting your oxygen. You are increasing the amount of carbon dioxide that you're breathing back. The face masks themselves, they've already done studies on the face mask, and you're breathing in the same stuff in and out, so there's actually an increased amount of bacteria that accumulates from what you're breathing. The condensation from your breath is breaking down the polypropylene components of the face mask, and then you're breathing in those toxic components and creating a histotoxic hypoxic injury. You're obviously becoming hypoxic from just not being able to get in fresh oxygen, but then you're also increasing your cortisol levels, and that drives you into the flight-fight response, which is a sympathetic overdrive, and then that suppresses your immune system. And these are all common things. These are all easily proven, published things. You don't have to be a rocket science to understand this. I've even had people try to challenge me on that. Like, how do you know that? I'm like, seriously? It's like saying, well, if I walk out in the rain without an umbrella, you're going to get wet. How do you know that? How can you prove that you get wet? Well, okay, if you don't know that water on top of you is going to make you wet, then everybody knows that steroids and cortisol suppress the immune system. It's a fundamental aspect of life. It's a fundamental aspect of physiology. It's just like, how do you know that you need more oxygen? Well, because without oxygen, we die. Okay, so put anything that restricts your oxygen flow is going to cause a problem. And again, all the things that I'm talking about, like the polypropylene components of the mask and all these different things that I'm giving you to empower you with information so you know what's really happening, that's all assuming that it was actually a benefit conferred by the mask. It's not. The pores are so big compared to the particles that they're trying to keep out. As I've said before, it's like building a chain link fence and trying to keep dust particles out. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It just simply doesn't work. And then the people are trying to say, well, for the particulate matter and from breathing aspect, guys, you're increasing your own susceptibility when you wear a mask to every pathogen that's out there: virus, bacteria, spirochetes, mycoplasma, yeast, fungi, parasites, whatever. You are increasing your own susceptibility when you wear a mask. You're stressing your body out. You're making your body weaker. You're making yourself hypoxic. You are more susceptible, more vulnerable to any pathogen. Okay? And any person who challenges that, because there are doctors that are arguing with it, besides just being idiots and being liars, you've already compromised your integrity. How do you sleep at night? Okay, it just takes you don't have to be a doctor. It takes an average person. Put on a freaking mask and put on an oximeter, pulse oximeter, and you'll see your own oxygen levels drop. Especially if you have some type of a restrictive airway issue going on. You'll see it drop within a minute or two. So what I've found, that there are a lot of sheeple, but I've also found that there are a lot of people that are in positions of authority that have completely either never had any integrity or have lost their integrity. I mean, even to the point where I've had a couple of people try to attack my credentials, like demanding that I prove that I'm a physician. You think I became a physician and I do what I've been doing for 29 years so I can prove to you that I'm a physician? Are you really that stupid? No, I'm not here to prove anything. Anybody with half a brain, not even full brain, just half of a brain, knows that they can Google my name in the medical board sites, and every state has their own medical licensing boards, and every doctor, every single doctor, can easily be searched on the internet to find their credentials. See, so to the licensing and such. So that's the most absurd thing. It's again creating havoc, trying to create havoc. They're getting in, they see 30,000, 40,000 views of a post that's made, or 100,000 views or 200,000 views of a video, or whatever the case is. And so they want to create discourse. They want to create doubt. They want to create fear. And so they try to go in there and they see this. And these are paid people. If you want to debate me, and I've already said, if you're a doctor, you can prove that you're a doctor, and you want to debate me publicly, I'll be happy to embarrass you publicly. No problem. Just voice it. No doctor has taken me on that has a counterpoint will talk with me. They won't talk to me about vaccines. They won't talk to me about the face mask issue. They won't talk to me about anything. So people have been asking me about this. What can I do? What you can do is anything. Just start talking, start moving, do something, okay? Be outspoken about it. Don't wear the face mask, Talk to your sheriff. Talk to your friends. Talk to your family. Talk to your whoever it is. Empower people. Help educate your kids. Get your kids out of the state of fear. This is ridiculous what we're doing to our next generations. Yeah, the pandemic may be gone in another 6 months or a year or 2 years, and hopefully when all this garbage is behind us, but the trauma that's been created in children, that could be for a lifetime. Be careful of who you're listening to. Challenge me, guys. Don't just take my word for it. If what I'm saying does not appeal to your intellect, if it doesn't resonate with you, hey, then go wear the face mask. I've never said anybody shouldn't wear the face mask if they don't want to wear the face mask. If you want to wear the face mask, all the power to you. Just don't expect me to wear it, and don't impose your idiocy on other people. That's my whole thing's always been the same thing. It's a freedom of choice. And the people that are wearing a face mask, they want to impose their stupidity on other people by wearing a face mask. And that's just not going to happen, okay? Freedom means freedom. Freedom to do whatever you want. You want to take a vaccine, go up. Hey, all the power to you, go take it. Just don't make sure that you're going to come towards me with that vaccine, okay? That's what freedom means. But when these people that are talking about, how can you be so inconsiderate? How can you be so selfish? How can you not care about people? What? Well, you're walking around without a face mask, so you haven't had your vaccine, so you make me susceptible. Wait a second. Let's start using our brain. God gave every one of us a brain. If you believe the vaccine is going to protect you and you've taken it, what the hell are you worried about me taking a vaccine? If you believe that the face mask is going to save you and protect you, then what do you care whether I'm wearing a face mask or not? Only an idiot would say, hey, I'm wearing this thing that's going to help and save me and protect me. You should be doing the same. But you know what? Because you're not doing it, you're irresponsible. Where's the logic in that? I think that's a classification of dumbass. And I don't know how else to say it, because it's just pure idiocy. So for those that are out there and that are helping others to become empowered, I appreciate your efforts in helping to make the change the world's waiting for. And the more of us that become aware and understand and share this information, the stronger our voice becomes. Remember, there's only a few thousand out there that are trying to control this narrative. And they're losing ground so fast and so bad, and that's the reason that they're trying to up this ante.